What's up? It's your boy Black Caesar, aka Caesar Alamo, aka Slickback Jones, the Don.
And it's Crazy P, aka CP, aka Fried Milk. We out here.
All right, everybody, we're back. It's the 35th episode of Ignorant Banter. I hope it's 35. Like, we never know what episode we're on.
Who knows at this point?
Who knows? But we're working hard, putting out episodes every week almost. So what's good with you, CP?
I'm tired of shit, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, man. I'm exhausted as hell right now, but love the fans. So I'm here recording this podcast because of y'all, man. You know what I mean? So yeah.
That's what's up. That's a dedication, bro.
Facts, dedication for life.
So what's new in your life? What's happening? Any updates? Any stories?
I don't know if I have a story that's gonna top off the last story with the gun violence at my coworker or whatever, but just same old, you know what I mean? Just working out here, doing what I gotta do. You know what I mean? What about you?
I'm good, man. Same old also. Work, a lot of naps, you know what I'm saying? That's how I stay young.
That's how you stay young.
Yeah, but I do have a story. It's just I just wanted to share this for people listening to this about, I don't know, people out there are weird, man. Like people on social media. So I've never really been a big social media fan, and I've always thought about deactivating. I deactivate my Facebook from time to time when I feel like I spend too much time on it.
I know. I'd be like, yo, where's this nigga? I can't find this dude. I'm like, and then a week later, there he goes. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yup, I like to go ghost from time to time. But this time,
Wait, so are you
yeah.
on all of the other like platforms?
What do you mean?
Like Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter. What else is out there?
Yeah, well, I'm on Twitter through our page, Ignorant Banter. I'm on Facebook through my personal page. I don't have an Instagram, and I have a Snapchat, and I have a Tumblr.
Oh, that's not too bad. Yeah, I kind of just stopped using Instagram, Snapchat. Let's see. I don't have a Tumblr, but yeah, I just have the Facebook and the Twitter page. But anyways, carry on with your story, bro.
Yeah. A sidebar, real quick. Instagram. I feel like Instagram is so vain, bro. Like people are just you just ranked by how many likes you have, how many followers you got, and then like I don't know, man. It's just so vague and it's just so vain. And then people are charging. So if you have over 60,000 followers, you can charge to do events, um, and you can like people pay you to be so you can sponsor them. So that whole thing is a wild concept to me.
And remember, I was against that. Like I was always on Instagram, like heavy.
Yeah.
And I think over the past couple of years, I've actually been able to feel like what you've been saying all these years about how it was so vain. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit, like you know what? Why the fuck am I doing this shit? Like, why am I posting all these pictures and shit? So I stopped using it. I think it's been about a year now, and yeah, I don't miss that shit. So I think you have a point there, bro.
Yeah. Only thing that I think it could be good for is like networking because I've met a lot of people and they're like, you have an Instagram? And I'm like, no, I don't. But you ever met somebody and they're like, they're cool enough to be like an acquaintance, but they're not really your friend where you could give them your phone number?
Yeah.
And Instagram is always like a good like in between medium for that. So if you don't have it, it's kind of like you lose that contact. So that's the only thing. But yeah.
Nah, it'd be like, nah, nigga, I got a Facebook though. I mean,
Right.
I feel like I don't know. I would rather give someone my Facebook or Twitter than my Instagram. I don't know, but that's just me.
That's true. It depends on the person. I feel like a lot of people are like, it depends on, yeah, where you are too. I feel like if it's like on the party scene, a lot of people have like this image that they portray, and they kind of like want to see what your online image is. Like I said, all vain, all vain. But I like Snapchat because you post it up, 24 hours later, it's gone. That's it.
No, it is not gone, people. Okay, I have to clear this misconception about Snapchat. Okay, you take a, like you have the Snapchat app, all right. You take a photo or video of yourself or whatever you're doing. You post it. Okay, haha, you famous for what? A few hours or 24 hours. But whatever you posted, it's not gone. It's gone from your phone, but it gets to go. It's backed up into a server at Snapchat headquarters. So everything you've ever posted on Snapchat, they can go look it up on their server since the beginning. You know what I mean? So it's not gone from the web. You feel me?
Damn, they're gonna be like, all this nigga do is take shots.
No, real talk. If the cops were like, yo, I want to see Black Caesar's, last 2 days of Snapchat, they can go to Snapchat and they can pull that shit up, bro. So, I mean, it's gone from your phone, but as long as you know it's not gone from, what I mean, from the webs. So,
Yeah, for y'all listening out there, stop sending nudes. Snapchat is watching.
oh shit. But I mean, I guess my issue with Snapchat and Instagram was that it makes everyone feel like they're famous, even though
Famous,
they're not.
right? Like they
And
have something important to say.
yeah, and it kind of makes the market saturated, and then it makes it. I don't know. I just kind of like one day I'm like, you know what? Like, why the fuck am I showing you what I'm doing? Like, I'm not famous. It's like I don't want to be famous. I want to be able to keep my life private. And I don't know. I just felt weird, but to each his own. I'm not against it. I mean, I've done it for like years, so
Yeah, and there are people using Instagram as platforms. Like there are people that we wouldn't even know about if it wasn't like they've been able to use Instagram so that way they could get on TV. Like a lot of the Wild and Outcast. Shout out to Nick Cannon, by the way, who's putting on a lot of black comedians that got famous on Instagram, just doing like skits on Instagram and posting it on there. A lot of people get modeling gigs by posting it on there. So, I mean, we're not talking about those people.
oh
We
yeah,
are,
no. If you're doing a piece of art, then yeah. But I'm saying like the regular people, like yo, okay, I'm eating a bowl of cereal.
right, right.
Hey, look at me, I got some cinnamon rolls. Like, who gives a
Hashtag
fuck?
cinnamon, hashtag milk, hashtag you can't have none of this. Like,
Yeah, it's
what?
like, yo, I don't want to watch you eat cereal, nigga. Like, But yeah, if you're a comedian or a model or a musician, yeah, if you have a talent, then by all means, I think it's for that reason. But the regular ass people, bro, just like, I'm walking to this room now. Okay, now I'm gonna go to the bathroom and take a shit. Like, yo, like, I don't give a fuck.
Nothing is
Like,
private anymore.
yeah,
Everything is put on
exactly.
display.
Like you lose that sense of connection to the real world. I feel, you know what I mean. So I don't know.
Yeah, and then everything comes down to numbers. It's like how many followers they got, how many likes was on my picture. And yeah, I feel like with work, I'm measured enough with metrics and shit. Like I don't want
Shit.
to bring that to my personal life.
Right? It's like, yo, today I got 20 likes. God damn it. That's not
Right.
enough
Not
likes.
performing like I should. And that's a lot of pressure.
Yo, that's a very good point though about how at work you get measured on metrics
Mm-hmm.
and then you get measured on metrics on social media and shit, bro. Like, fuck.
Right.
I didn't
Exactly.
say it that way. That's crazy.
But yeah.
So back to your story. What were you saying? We
Oh
got on
yeah,
a
yeah, yeah,
tangent.
yeah. We had a long ass tangent. But yeah, back to my story. I was on Facebook the other day, minding my black ass business as usual. And then I get a message, and it's from a friend of mine. She was my best friend when I was in elementary school. Um, so yeah, she's like, "Hey, what's up, stranger?" I'm like, "Okay, hey, what's up? How's it been? Whatever." Next thing I get, she says, "I need $150."
The fuck?
I'm like, "Nigga, is this a scam?" Mind you, she lives in Haiti, so I guess maybe the mind
Oh,
state over
come
there is
on,
a little
bro.
bit different.
You know us Haitians don't scam, bro. They
No,
need that stuff, man. Come on.
no, I'm not saying Haitian scam, but I feel like when people live in different countries and they just have this view of America as being this like money where people have a lot of means, right? And I'm like, maybe I was just in a bad mood because I was thinking about like the bills I gotta pay. My fucking car is still in the shop. If you've listened to the past episodes and know what happened to me, um, I have a I have a rental car that I'm paying $25 a day for. So like it's all of that is like weighing on me heavy. And then somebody just gonna hop in my inbox and ask me for $150 and they go, what? Where? Um, so I was like, I was about to say something else, but I was like, you know what? Let me find out what it's for. So I was like, what is it for? I was like, what do you need it for?
Why do you need this money?
Yeah, tell me why you need this money. I need a 350 word essay. Um, and she was like, oh, why do you want to know? And I was like, oh, that's enough. I just blocked
Damn,
her.
she fucked up.
She fucked up. So I
I would have
blocked
lied
her.
my ass off, bro.
Right, right. I would have been like, my pet cat is having heart surgery, and I would have made some shit up. But I'm like, so first we don't talk, and I want to say over 10, 15 years. Wow, that just made me feel really old saying that.
Damn.
Then you hop in my inbox, asking for money, and then you don't even have a good reason why I should give you the money. Fuck out of here. Blocked, deleted,
Damn. Canceled.
canceled.
That's
But yeah,
crazy.
so that was my story. Nothing crazy, but it's just weird to me. It really
I've
is the
had,
whole situation.
I've had this I've had similar experiences, with people back from Haiti, and same story really, because same I have an individual that I haven't seen since I was like, I don't know, 8, 9, so long time ago, and he hit me up recently, not recently, maybe like a year or two ago, um, and like we'll talk, and then he'll ask me for some money. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Um, Now I never sent the money, okay, but like I know my other like family like does every now and then. I know he needs it, so it's not like it was um just random, because I know he needs it for like school or uh food or whatever. But my thing is, people think that because we live in America that it's just easy to make money, bro.
Right,
It's
like
like
we're made
easy.
out of money. Right.
It's like, nigga, I'm busting my ass 12 hours for the white man, like, not getting promotions, not getting raises, like, you know what I mean? Like, doing all this extra shit for no reason, and it's not coming easy to me, you know what I mean? So, I know that they have it much harder than we do, but we still gotta work for that shit, you know what I mean? So, I
Yeah,
don't
and
know.
then I guess we gotta talk about like when you can ask for something. I feel like in order to ask for something, you need to have like a relationship with that person, or you need to have like some kind of value, like friendship value. I don't mean to sound like Gary V, value, value, value.
Hey, value friendship, you know what I'm saying?
Like value friendship or like the work that you've done. It's kind of like the same way when Monique asked for $1 million. Everybody was like, "What?" I hate to always go back to Monique, but yeah, it's like, what's the ground? What's the basis? We don't know the background story. You just tell me to boycott Netflix. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need understanding. Like, let me know, like, hey, this is what's going on with me. This is what's happening. This is when I need the money by. So, because I'm not going to be able to pull $150 because I live in Florida and that's a light bill, especially if you keep the AC running all the time. So, be like, hey, I need it by this time so I can start saving. I can move some shit around. Maybe I can ask people for you. Maybe I don't got the 150, but I can ask somebody, like, hey, I have a friend that needs something. Let me hold it. You know what I'm saying? Like you need to be able to move shit around. And then if you're like asking for something, like you shouldn't have an attitude. I don't get that part. But yeah, it's weird. I just feel like social media makes people too available. It's like I was just right there, so you asked me for money. That's, I mean, shit. Sometimes if I needed it and I was on social media, I feel like if you were online or if I saw somebody online, I'd be like, hey, give me 150. So I kind of get it.
I mean, it's all about value, right? If I would have asked you for 150, would I get it?
Yeah, I'll be like, okay, this
Hey, we out here,
is.
gang, gang. But not real talk though. It's like I feel like, because okay, so you need it. This person, what, 10 years ago? You said, right?
Yeah, we're super cool in elementary school, and we've talked on social media like, "Hey, what's up? How's it going? Good, good." Like that was it. But like no deep conversations. I don't know what they do for a living. I don't know anything about them. It's just like, "Hey, how's life? Good. How are you? Good." Once every 2 years online.
But if they would have asked you for 150 10 years ago, right? And let's say you had it, would you have given that to that person?
Yeah, if I had 150 in elementary school and like we're really good friends, hell yeah.
Because I'm saying it's people think that because you had at one point a certain connection that it still
Stays
holds.
forever.
Yeah, it stays for. And I'm not saying it doesn't per se, but like when it comes to financials and money, people try to use that connection, from years ago, to ask for funds or money. And it's like you gotta have value that's been consistent over the years. And that's the same thing with Monique. If she had a special that was last year or 2 years ago or recently, then I could say, hey, she needs to get paid 2 mil. You know what I mean? But if it's been 10 years for you to have a special, I can't expect you to get 2 mil, or I can't give you 150 if I have talked to you in 10 years. As far as a value based conversation. So I think it's all about value, like you said.
Yeah, no, it makes perfect sense. And then, like, why was Lil Wayne the greatest rapper alive at one point? It wasn't because Lil Wayne's bars are so amazing. It's because he was putting out mixtapes every single month. Like, I remember he had like the drought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like all the fucking droughts. He putting out mad albums with Birdman. Like, it's just like the fact that he was working so consistently, hopping on every remix. Lil Wayne wasn't the best person out there, but he was able to create his own value. So, and I feel like I hate that I use Lil Wayne for some kind of example, but
Hey, Wheezy baby.
but yeah, it's just kind of like your friendships and your stuff, your relationships with your family. Even for example, even if it was my own mom, I haven't seen her in like let's say I go 30 years, I don't see my mom. Like, not even nothing major happened. We just live in a different city. She calls me and asks me for 150. I'll be like, hey, what's good? Like, give me the background so I can kind of understand. It's not gonna be like, okay, it's automatically in your account. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, 30 years and you live in a different city? Come on, bro. That's a long ass time to not see your mom in 30 years, bro.
People do it. People do it. I met this lady. She's like, yeah, I this lady said that she has like 3 kids and she hasn't seen them in over 20, 30 years and ain't nothing wrong with them. They just have their kids living their own lives. They just never try to see her. So,
Bro, that's fucked up. That makes no sense, bro. I don't understand that part. Like, you were that busy that you haven't seen your parents in 25 years?
yep.
I think it's bullshit, bro. I think that something's wrong with her or something. I don't know.
Or with the kids. I don't know.
Yeah, with the kids, because it's like, come on, like 20, that's 2 decades, bro. That's 2 whole decades, dog.
Yep. She was saying she has grandkids. She don't even know what they look like. I'm like, wow,
Nah, she
that's
fucked
rough.
up. She did so. She lied to you, bro. She fucked up.
She was beating them kids.
She did something wrong, bro.
This is why you don't beat your kids, y'all. But
All right, let's do the first segment, yo. We haven't even started the podcast yet.
damn, and we're like we're
Stress.
about 20 minutes into the show.
Right?
Okay, so hot shit. Who do you got for hot shit?
All right, hot shit. I got two things, man. Well, first of all, it's the Black Panther soundtrack is fucking lit, bro.
Lit as
I
fuck.
don't know if you listen to it, but it's fire. I'll leave it at that. And then secondly, have you heard of Sahai the Prince, the artist?
Yeah, I have. I know Charlemagne talks about him all the time. Charlemagne the God.
So I wasn't really onto him, but he has this song called New Africa.
Hmm.
It's actually pretty good. I mean, it's a dope concept at least. So I've been listening to that all day. I work today, so yeah, man, that's my hot shit for today.
My hot shit is I know I already gave it. I already know I know I already gave him hot shit, but it's this artist called Division, DVSN. He sounds kind of like The Weeknd. Not real, yeah, a little bit like The Weeknd, a little bit like The Dream, just like male R&B, new age. He has some really dope samples. So kind of like Tory Lanez, Drake, The Weeknd, all those people. He sounds like a mixture of them. So I think he's the new age R&B, and I went to his concert. It was pretty dope. He's one of those artists that sing live, like that really can sing. So that's who my hot shit goes to.
I'm not really a fan, bro. I had
Oh
to
yeah,
put it out there. I think I tried listening to a few songs before, like when you did say, like when you mentioned him as your hot shit, couple, you know, ways back. I don't know. I just couldn't. I couldn't get to it. I couldn't like connect to it. So, uh, maybe I'll try it again. But I don't know. I just felt like it wasn't really um
I'd
there for
say
me.
give it another try because the thing is too is that it's like really slow, soft baby making music. So it depends on your setting too. Like if you're in traffic, you might need some Denzel Curry. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, all
So you
right.
get to work
So
on time.
I'm gonna put it on like around 3 in the morning when I'm just like in that headspace. You know what I mean?
Right,
Um,
exactly.
and see how that works. Cause yeah. Okay. I think the next segment is
Whose man's is this?
whose man's is this?
Whose man's is this?
There was a college kid, right? He's a football player. I don't know if you've seen this before. Um, and he's about to get. Well, he's like one of the top kids in high school, right? And he's about to pick a college to go play. And there's this whole press conference, and he has I think three choices. He has either Florida, Alabama, or Tennessee. And at the press conference, he picks Florida, right? And the mom is upset, bro, and she gets up and leaves the press conference like all rude and shit. You know what I mean?
Oh, I saw that.
You saw it, and
Yeah.
it's like, are you fucking crazy? Like, what are you talking about? Like, you have it's like a fucking 5% chance of kids who play high school football to even make it to college ball, and you just gonna like make it. You know what I'm saying? Like, look like that. So I feel like it was an L for the whole race, man. You know what I mean? Because um, all she cared about was money. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure Alabama had more money to offer them, or Tennessee. So she probably wanted that bag from Alabama. It's like, yo, like you rather have money over like your kid's passion to go play for a certain school.
I don't think it was about money. I think it was about her being a diehard Alabama fan because she had on the Alabama jersey and everything. Or like she had Alabama on her shirt. So I feel like, you know, those football fanatic people, especially people from the Alabama fans, they are like die hard. Like to them, it's a game. So I think that's maybe what it was about.
Nah, bro, it's about money, bro. I mean, cause they're from Florida. I mean, they live in Florida. So how is she an Alabama fan if she lives in Florida? I don't know. I
There's
don't.
Alabama fans in Florida.
I mean, maybe like 5%.
She even had on the jersey and everything, so you never know. And then um I saw this thing on Facebook saying that she walked out not because she had a preference of where her son goes, but because her son has gang affiliations in Florida, which I don't think that's true. I feel like somebody made that up and posted it on Facebook and people started sharing it. Um, so I don't know, but either way, you don't do that to your son. You don't walk out. And then the interviewer, who clearly saw that, kept pressing him. He was
Yo,
just,
he was like, who just left the press conference there, sir? It's my mom. Why did she leave? I was like, what the fuck, like, bro? It was just, you know what it was? It was cringeworthy, bro. It was like, it just looked very bad. It looked very, if that was on purpose, if it was like a fan thing, it wasn't done right. Like it just looked really terrible, bro. It just looked really bad. So, um, I was just
yeah.
like, oh
I
shit.
felt the cringe. I felt the secondhand cringe.
Yeah, so I think it just makes black people look really bad, man. And So my husband just goes to the mom. And it's just before you do things, like just think about how it looks to like everyone else, especially on national television. Like it's not like this is at your house. This is like on national TV. So I don't know. It's
Right.
just
And then she came back and sat down. It's like, nah, you might as well just leave now. You already did it. What's the point of
yes,
you coming back and sitting down for, you
yeah. At that
know?
point, it's too late. It's already been done anyway. But anyway, I wish the kid success, and it was just it was just a bad moment. But anyways, who's yours, bro?
My whose man's is this goes everybody in the fucking gym who leaves their workstation unattended. When I go to the gym, I'm in my zone. I'm in a good place. You know what I'm saying? Like after you have a good workout, you be in a good place physically, spiritually, mentally, everything. But my vibe gets fucked up when I go to a bench, it's empty, and then somebody's like, "Oh, I was using that." Like, no, the fuck you weren't, because you just were over there having a whole ass conversation. Like, this is not a fucking restaurant to have a conversation. This is a gym. You work out, you use the weight, and you go. I don't get it. And it happened to me, I want to say 3 times last week. And I was clearly watching, like, you like stalking an equipment to see if
Yeah.
anybody's been using it. And I clearly watched it for a long time and there was nobody on there. As soon as I approach it, it's like, oh, yeah, 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 I was using that. So either the people were talking or they're doing the fucking superset where they're using 3 fucking equipments at the same time. So that's who my whose man's is this goes to. Fuck all of y'all.
Sometimes I do supersets. I'm not gonna lie. And,
Oh, okay, okay.
and nah. But listen, if I'm gonna do superset, bro, I'm not gonna use two machines. I'm probably gonna use some dumbbells and kind of be close to both things. You know what I mean? But I hate I hate when I'm using something and I'm like, all right, cool. I'm about to get some water, or I go to grab some dumbbells to come back, and when I come back, someone hopped on my shit, and so I'd be like, yo, nah, nigga, like I'm using this. You know what I'm saying? So I get both sides. I mean, if someone's talking, that's kind of fucked up. But if they're like getting something like some water or getting like another piece of equipment to bring back, I don't know. But I feel you though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I never drink water while I'm like in between a set. I'm like, I'll finish it and then go get water because yeah, I feel you. I don't like when people take my shit, but I also watch it really well. But when that shit happens, bro, it be fucking up my whole workout. I have to like, you got the testosterone's flowing and all that shit, and it's like that was the equipment that you need, like let's say you're working on chest and you really needed that bench. And it's like, fuck, now I gotta do some other shit that's gonna fuck up my whole routine. And it's just a bad vibe. So,
Shit. Next time, be like, if you want, you can hop in, but I'm about to start. You know what I mean? So and just start working out, bro.
yep, I should.
Next is we're on the streets, which we don't have any topic for today, so we're just gonna well, let's talk about the shooting that happened, man. I know it happened very close to home for you. Like, did you know anyone that was maybe affected by it or anything like that?
Yeah, one of my really good friends, her daughter, she's a teacher at the middle school, which is like probably 100 yards away. It's like from the high school. So kids finish the middle school and then go to the high school. So she's a teacher at the middle school, and then her daughter was actually in the same building where the shooter was.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
She okay?
she's fine. Her daughter's fine. The teacher locked the doors, turned off all the lights. But even though well, this is kind of triggering for some people, whoever's listening. So even in some classrooms, the teachers did that, but the shooter shot through the glass and injured a couple of kids. So even if the teacher did take those precautions, the kids were still at risk. So so yeah, thankfully that the person that I know, her daughter is fine. What sucks though is what I don't get is that she had to go teach today, which is a day right after the
At
shooting
that? Oh, at the middle school.
at the middle school,
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
And a lot of the kids at the middle school have like older brothers or sisters that were injured or killed. So I don't get why the middle school is open at all when there's just a shooting 100 yards away, you know? Um, that makes no sense. Why, like, no one at the middle school thought to say, we're gonna cancel class. So yeah, my friend had to go to work today, and she was still pretty distressed because there was a crime scene right next to where she was working, and then her daughter was impacted. So yeah, so she ended up going back home, staying with her daughter, and yeah, man, it's just crazy that this is the world that we have to live in.
Yeah, bro, it's crazy. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I'm speechless. I don't know what to say anymore because, and the crazy thing is, I was at the gym. I was working out when it came on the news, and I'm so what's the word like it's so like normal to me now. I just kept going doing my sets, bro. I'm like, oh, okay, it's another shooting. I'm just going to do my next set. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
I didn't
like
stop twice.
desensitized.
Yeah, it's like, yo,
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I feel like it's never gonna end unless uh like one of the NRA's kids or grandkids or like one of the politicians'
Politicians.
kids or grandkids, gets killed in a mass shooting. I think that's the only way it's gonna happen.
And I've said this before, I'll say it again. Why is it legal for these organizations to donate to these politicians? Basically bribe. Like why are bribes legal in America?
Mm.
So NRA's donating millions of dollars to make sure that guns are still allowed. Not even guns, and then donate millions of dollars to make sure that assault rifles are able to be purchased by any civilian, basically.
And then call it lobbying. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Lobbying.
That's a fuck. That's only in America can you take bribing, call it lobbying, and make it like an okay thing.
Exactly. I'm just gonna start using fancy words for all the fucking all kinds of illegal shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh God, but yeah, man, it's just this is number 18 of 2018, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be a lot more this year. So had your kids, had your wife.
I kind of wanted to read off these numbers. So Donald Trump, which his campaign, the NRA donated $30 million to Donald Trump's campaign. $30 million. And Marco Rubio, he's a senator for Florida, they donated $3.2 million to help him win his races. So that explains why nothing's gonna change because our government right now it's being paid off.
And why would they? Just think about it. Like, if someone paid you $33 million, would you not like do what's in their best interest?
Yeah, at that point they
Yeah,
basically
it's
bought your
like
soul. They bought your
at
soul,
that point,
really.
nigga, like, you give me 40 mil, nigga, whatever you want me to do, I'm probably gonna do it. So I mean, it's if you think the NR, I mean the people in office are gonna change the laws, as long as the NR is able to lobby them, bro, it's never gonna change.
So I've seen a lot of people on Twitter, a lot of ignorant people on Twitter, say that, well, why are we turning this into a gun control debate? It's about mental health. Like, what are you talking about? Of course, it's a gun control issue because mental health alone isn't going to harm all these people. Mental health alone didn't harm 17 people. It's about the tool that that person used. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and then the thing too is that even if we don't ban all guns, like let's just ban assault rifles. Like, why do we need to shoot multiple bullets in a second? You know what I'm saying? Like multiple bullets in less than a minute, no need to reload. Why would a civilian need that? Like, I understand if you have a 9 millimeter, you can fire shots and stuff like that if somebody's coming at you, but there's no need for you to spray a whole building. Like, why do you need that? That makes no sense.
I think that's what we need. I think what we need is what you just said. Like, it's going to be very hard to say just ban all guns, especially with the Constitution and Americans love their fucking guns for no reason. Blah blah blah. I get it, but if you can just take away and stop assault rifles and take those away, ban those, I think it would like you would see a drastic change, in mass shootings in America.
Exactly. And because these were made for the military, so why do civilians have them? I just don't get why civilians have military shit. It makes no sense. Like y'all wouldn't give us. I couldn't buy a tank and ride it to work.
Well,
So
actually, bro. So I was having this debate at work, and my coworker said, "You know what? If they can get, if you are gonna make an AR-15 legal, give them a tank or a grenade launcher. You know what I'm saying? Or all kinds of military shit, because
yeah, I want a bulletproof vest.
it's the same shit. You know,
I mean, honestly, why stop at guns? Let's just get bombs. Like everybody, you get a
just
bomb, you
everybody get
get
a
a bomb.
fucking grenade launchers and all kinds of shit, bro. It's like you might as well just arm everybody. Fuck, it's like the
Missile
purge, bro.
drones, everything, bro.
That's the new purge, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's the next step. Once the NRA figures out how to make that legal, we're
We're
fucked, bro.
fucked. I'm taking Master Haiti, bro. I'd be good right there. You know what I mean? So, oh, you know
Right.
what? So, this is a tangent, but um, my hot shit was Saha the Prince or whatever, and this song's about pretty much New Africa, where everyone, all of us go back to Africa and do our shit there or whatever. So, but
Hmm.
you know what happens if every black people in America go back to Africa, and decide to just live there for good?
What?
Avatar happens, bro.
Avatar.
You ever seen Avatar?
The Last Airbender?
No, what the? This is not, bro. Not anime, bro. Like the movie Avatar. Oh my god, you never seen the movie, have you?
Yeah, I've seen the movie Avatar with the blue people. Yeah.
Yeah. And so we'll
Hmm.
be the blue people, and they would bomb the shit out of us, bro, and fucking take everything.
Yeah, I mean, we learned our lesson all being in the same place all at once. Nah, we global, nigga. You can't, you can't find us in a single place. That would make it too easy.
Anyways, at the end of the day, I think my last piece on the gun shit, bro, is like, it's. I don't have kids, but if I had kids, bro, this would, you know what I mean? It's just I couldn't imagine, I couldn't like fathom just that happening. You know what I mean, to my kid. Like, it's some scary shit, and as like you said, as long as the NRA is able to lobby politicians, we're fucked. And but I get used to it because there's gonna be more coming. Believe that.
Yeah, and then people that say voting between two evils, blah blah blah. It went with the whole Trump Hillary. Well, I don't know if Hillary was lobbied by the NRA. I really don't know. But like just realize that whenever you vote, it's not just a simple choice. Like you got to do your research and find out who's donating to this person's campaign. What does that mean for my safety? So it's not just checking a box.
Prayers goes to those who didn't make it. So it's sad that parents have to bury their kids, but only in America. So
Only in America.
only in America, the American dream.
So our next segment is fuck you mean, bruh.
Fuck you mean, bro?
I don't know if I have a fuck you mean, bruh, this week.
Okay, actually, you owe us two fuck you means, bro. I think, cause right.
Oh no no no! I owe y'all a black quote.
Oh, two black quotes, nigga. Two
Oh
black
yeah, two black
proverbs.
quotes. Yep.
Okay, so my fuck you mean goes to Jack Daniel. Do you know who Jack Daniel is, bro?
Yeah, I saw a meme about it, but yeah, I know Jack Daniel very well, especially on the weekends.
All right, so I found out recently that Jack Daniel on whiskey, pretty much there was a slave called Nearest Green, and he's the one that pretty much showed Jack Daniels how to make whiskey, like the whole thing, like how to make the whole thing, and he's never had credit like in history at all. Like no one ever knew, or people in the town of I think Tennessee or wherever it was founded at, people there know about it, but everywhere else it was just it's never been, it's not on the company website, it's not in the history books, it's never been mentioned at all. So we didn't know this shit. So it's not till now that some reporter went and did some research and kind of like forced the company to acknowledge that Nearest Green was the one who founded, like the recipe and everything to make that whiskey. So it's just crazy, man. So next time you guys have Jack Daniels, just know You know what I'm saying? It was made by one of us. You know what I mean? That's why
It's
it's so good.
black.
It's
He's making
black.
something black.
It's black. And so, but the dopest thing is that the reporter somehow like got some connections, and they're making a Nearest Green on whiskey. You feel me? And so I want
Oh,
to check that
okay.
out and see if I can get that shipped over here. But yeah, man, it's just it's so sad. And um, just to clarify, Jack Daniel, like he did not own slaves. Like he was a kid, that Ananias Green was a slave, right? And he was hired or whatever or forced to pretty much teach Jack Daniel how to make this thing. But the fucked up part is that Jack Daniel, like, he never like told this to anybody. You feel me? So it was just lost in
Yeah.
history, and so it's still fuck. I feel like if you don't share it with people and you didn't like pass it down, it's like it's still fucked up. You know what I mean? Because he has kids, grandkids, and
And they living off that money
they're
too,
living
and
off that
nobody's ever
money, and they
said
all know
shit.
the story. I'm like, even if you didn't own slaves, even if you didn't own, Nearest Green or whatever, but still, like, for you not to tell your kids and grandkids to like let people know, even in the company, it's like, yo, that's still fucked up by not saying shit about it. So I feel like, fuck you mean, bro? I'm still gonna have it, but now I'm gonna know, hey, like this shit black. You feel me? So, that's it, man. That's it.
What's a non-problematic drink? I feel like everything problematic now. Everything's canceled. But what's non-problematic? Definitely not Fireball because somebody said it had antifreeze in there. I don't know if that's true.
Bro, chill. I love Fireball, nigga. What are you talking about? That's my shit, bro.
Well, you
Um,
got a lot of antifreeze in you, bruh.
damn, bro. Shit. I feel like everything has some kind of shit, bro. Some kind of story. You feel me? Ciroc, shit.
Ciroc, black owned.
Black on,
Yup.
baby. Yeah, right. You think Ciroc is black on, bro? It's not. I don't think it
Oh, is
is.
Diddy just a promoter?
I fucking hell yeah. I think so. I think he is a promoter. I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna look it up, but I'm pretty sure there's a fucking other company who makes the shit. Who you know what I'm saying? He's just the brand behind it, but I don't know.
Yeah. Well, all right. That's gonna be our sponsor for this episode. Shout out to Ciroc. Even if it's not black owned, it's black promoted.
Nah,
Um,
nigga, the fucking sponsor is the Nearest Greens whiskey, bro.
oh yeah, Nearest Green's whiskey. That's
It
right.
has a.
That's
You know
right.
what? I'm gonna find the name too. I'm gonna look it up as you talk. I'm gonna find the name of it too. But yeah, that's the sponsor. You feel me? So now on to Black Proverbs.
I'll go since I owe some black proverb. My first black proverb comes from the only one, Rose. It says, "I may not be a role model, but I most definitely could be a motivation for a lot of people. Like when people look at their lives, you might think, oh, maybe I'm not a role model, blah, blah, blah. But you never know. Somebody could be admiring something that you do well. Just the fact that somebody sees you, you're dressed very well, they could be admiring something about you. You could be inspiring somebody to be something better. So you never know. So you might not be a role model per se in your mind, but you could inspire people in small little ways. So
True,
that's my black quote.
true. And the other one.
Uh-huh. My other one is well, it's one of my favorite Dave Chappelle quotes. It's, huh? Who talking about oil, bitch? You cooking? And that's from the Black Bush episode when he's getting interviewed by this reporter. So that's my second black quote.
Stress. All right. All right. So my quote is this: Every nigga makes minimum wage in America by Tony Rock. And this is every nigga like LeBron James, me, you name it, Tiger Woods. Every nigga in America makes minimum wage. So, um, just think about it. You know what I mean? And you'll get what it really is saying. So, it goes back to the whole Monique and everything else right now, and um, yeah. So
Well, yeah, shout out to Monique. Even though she got dragged by Black Twitter and the Black community, I think she started a really important conversation about value. And I mean, we already talked about it, so yeah. But shout out to her for bringing that up.
For example, like you would think LeBron James is making mad money, right? But
Hmm.
if you put him up to the owner, he's making minimum wage. You feel me?
Right.
If you look at all the players in the NFL who are black, they're making mad money. But if you look at the owners of the teams, it's like it's not proportionate to what they're making. You feel me? So um, we're all making minimum wage, bro.
Yeah, that kind of reminds me of Masterpiece quote on Solange's last album. He was saying how like in the before every song Solange has had like a Master P quote or like a sample of Master P's interview. And then he was just saying about like Master P when he was starting out and somebody offered him a certain amount of money and then I guess his brother was telling him like if you're being offered this then that must mean that you're worth 10 times that. So don't settle for it.
All right. Well, on that note, I think this episode is about to come to an end. Um, as you guys know, we are on all the different platforms out there: iTunes, SoundCloud, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You name it, we're on there. Ignorant banter, it'll come up. And comment, subscribe, and hit us up.
So it's your boy Black Caesar, aka Caesar Alamo, aka Slickback Jones, the dog.
And it's Crazy P, aka CP, aka Fried Milk, aka Fried Water, and we out. You.